Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast, where I clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity and practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, so welcome back to Reframe Master Podcast. My name is Colin St. Brooks. I know I never planned on making an episode today, but since today is Ash Wednesday, yeah, where is a holiday for the Christians. And and it was a holiday where I'm from. So basically, just going to talk about what I've done today, and basically give another early March update because they're yeah. So, but before we get into it, let us mention what Ash Wednesday is. Based on what I've researched, Ash Wednesday is, according to Google, the day of ashes. Yeah, so I think it's a day where Christians confess their sins and repent and all these things. And this podcast is basically could technically be my confession. So we can call it so we can just call it that. I've done my job for Ash Wednesday. Yeah, man. So back to and today also is the start of the other holiday or thing that a Christian celebrate that I didn't know about until last year, which was Lent. Lent is a 40-day period where I think they celebrate the life of Jesus. You know, um, I think from birth to death. Yeah, man. So, and I think this Lent thing is where people give up something, like they would give up something that they won't do for the 40 days or something like that. Yeah, so that's basically the gist of what's why this episode won't come out on the Wednesday. So it's this today, now that I'm recording, is a Wednesday. But it won't come out this Wednesday. It won't come out the Wednesday. It'll come out a later date. So, but I'm just recording it just so for next year. Yeah, well, so back to the episode now. So what did I do today? So basically, since it was holiday, I took the initiative to try to clean up the backyard, and it was a pretty good effort until the rakes that I had, break because it was plastic rake, and plastic isn't that strong. And if you're one of those person that listens from a long time, from back when I was doing the 90 days to change your life, you would have known where I mentioned, the internal investment where I talk about getting a stronger rake, which is better and lasts longer. So, it's where it's what I'm going to do, maybe sometime in the future when I can go get a better rake, a iron one instead of plastic one. And it will be stronger, more durable, and last longer. And and the plan is basically, if I get to, cause I'm just the backyard is really filled with leaves and all this stuff. So if I just get it to clean it well one time, I have a whole lot of space to do maybe planting or gardening or whatever, But other from that, just clean it will just make the place look nice. Like when I clean a home, you sweep up and mop and all these things. Is the floor that look like a walkway. Yeah, so that's the plan. Mm-hmm. But other from that, the early March update that I was planning to talk about, which I forgot to mention in the end of January update, was basically that my internet has been down for weeks. Well, yeah, basically weeks now, and I don't know why. Well, I don't know why specifically here. They have some reason as to why it's supposed to be done. Well, when I queried them, they said it was just going to be a day or two problem, but it ended up being weeks. So I still have that to query about. I will actually go to the internet place because a different internet than before. It's a lot of people because it's the more popular internet. It's one of the more popular internet, because it's fast and all these things. So there's more people there, and I have to wait a long line to go into the customer service. So that's basically the bad thing about switching to this one. So what I have to do now, basically what I do, I have a plan because the phone that I have a data plan. So I record the podcast here just using data plan, and then when I go on the road, I just go to a place with internet, pull out my computer, do the editing that I usually do, to create the snippets and such like that. And then boom, just come home. And usually I don't do that on a day when I'm going on the road to do something. So basically, if you remember from before, I said that okay, I need to get the rake. So I'm just gonna get the rake and actually just go and do the editing the same day, 2 for 1 special. Yeah, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So yeah, other from that, there's not much, so yeah, so when this is released, it's way after Ash Wednesday, but we'll be in the period of Lent. So if you're a Christian, enjoy your Lent, enjoy the Lent and all these things. You maybe can tell us on at Reframing P, that's our Twitter, what you'll be giving up for Lent, me, there's that much to give up. There's not much to give up. I'm start last year, same time, it's like God actually picked what he was giving up for me, because, and here, I guess God is going to pick again, Maybe it's the same thing as last year, was basically giving up money. Because that's basically what I was doing the whole period. Just as I get some money, I have to buy something, or, it was a mess that last year. So now I'm at a new place with bigger responsibilities. So basically it's supposed to be the same thing, Just hopefully what happened the last year at Lent was that after the period ended, something very good did happen, So I guess maybe I'll have to go to the 40 days of struggle, but hopefully I won't do that, I'm tired of struggling. I want to live in paradise. I've been struggling this whole period. Yeah, man. But enjoy the 40 days. The Lent period is supposed to end in April, And for those who don't celebrate Lent, look into the holiday as well, Go to learn about different, why people celebrate different things, learn different things, because you never know. That's the thing. Learn something new every day. And you never know it can help you. So that's it for this episode. Yeah, and look forward for the next episode.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
Going to is another update, Yeah, just a short episode where I'm just going to talk about some things, So yeah, let's get into it. Boom. So yeah. Yeah, so the first thing is basically the internet is back, After a week or two of no internet, we're back up, So I can do my editing at home again. So we go to. The next thing, what I was going to say was, uh, oh yes, I remember from the last episode where I tell you that I was going to clean my backyard. And I thought this was going to be a simple one to task, but it might take some actual time. I got the rake.